Some of the most painful things human can ever experience. Let's begin. 5. Toothache. Have you ever taken a sip of cold water and felt like someone stabbed you in the face? Yeah, that's not just a sensitive tooth. That could be the start of something much worse. A tooth abscess. And today, I'm going to explain why this little infection causes some of the worst pain known to humans. Let's break it down. Your tooth is like a tiny house. The enamel is the roof, hard and protective. Beneath that is dentin, kind of like the walls. But at the very center, that's the living room. And inside it lives the nerve, along with tiny blood vessels. That nerve is sensitive, protected. It's not meant to be exposed. But when a cavity gets too deep or trauma cracks the enamel, it's like the roof caves in. Suddenly, the nerve is sitting in the open. No protection, no buffer. And that's when the nightmare begins. Here's what's wild. When the nerve gets exposed or infected, you don't just feel pain. You feel it pulsing with your heartbeat. It's not a sharp sting. It's a deep, rhythmic throb, like a tiny hammer pounding inside your jaw every few seconds. Eating? Brutal. Talking? Agony. Even cold air can feel like electrocution. Now, if the infection spreads, you get an abscess, which is basically a little pocket of pus trapped at the base of the tooth. Picture a balloon inflating under pressure. Inside your jaw. That's what it feels like. It pushes on nerves, bone, even nearby muscles. Your face might swell. You might feel pain in your ear, neck, or temple. And worst of all, over-the-counter meds don't do much. Ibuprofen? Barely a tickle. You sit there, sweating, pacing, clutching your jaw, wondering how something so small can hurt this bad. Some people end up in the ER convinced something's seriously wrong with their brain. That's how intense it gets. And if the infection spreads to your bloodstream or brain, now it's not just painful, it's life-threatening. 4. Bullet ant sting. If pain had a king, the bullet ant would be wearing the crown. This insect, found in Central and South America, delivers the most painful sting ever recorded on the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a scale specifically designed to rank insect stings. And it doesn't just hurt a little. It feels like getting shot with a bullet. Hence the name. The venom of the bullet ant contains a neurotoxic peptide called ponerotoxin. This nasty chemical directly targets your nervous system, causing intense, full-body pain. We're not talking about a mild burning sensation. We're talking blinding, paralyzing pain that spreads through your limb like fire under the skin. Survivors describe it as like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch rusty nail lodged in your heel. Some even experience uncontrollable shaking, cold sweats, temporary paralysis of the limb, hallucinations. And here's the kicker. The pain can last for 12 to 24 hours straight. Most insect stings hit fast and fade. Bullet ant venom lingers, intensifies, and refuses to let go. It doesn't just hurt. It hijacks your nervous system. You're left unable to focus, speak, or move properly. All because of a sting the size of a pinprick. Even tribal rites in parts of the Amazon involve wearing gloves filled with dozens of bullet ants and enduring the agony without flinching, sometimes multiple times. Many pass out, some convulse. It's more than pain. It's an ordeal. 3. Gunshot wounds. So, you've probably seen 1,000 action scenes where someone gets shot and just keeps running. But here's the thing. That's not real. Because in real life, getting shot, it's not cinematic. It's not heroic. It's trauma, raw, ugly, and terrifying. Let's break it down. Here's what happens the second a bullet hits. First of all, it's not like a clean hole. A bullet doesn't just enter. It rips, shreds, and destroys. The speed and heat alone can pulverize tissue. If it hits bone, that bone might shatter like glass. People describe the initial feeling as like being hit with a baseball bat and then set on fire. Others say it's a deep, burning shock. Your body freezes, then starts panicking. You feel pressure, not pain at first. Then your nervous system catches up, and that's when the real pain begins. It's not just the wound. It's everything around it. Gunshots aren't neat. They leave behind shredded muscle, torn nerves, internal bleeding shock to the body system. And if the bullet stays inside, your body starts reacting fast, swelling, nerve signals firing, blood pooling in places it shouldn't be. Even if it's a flesh wound, every step, breath, or movement becomes a trigger for searing, unbearable pain. The psychological shock hits next. This part doesn't get talked about enough. The second people realize they've been shot, most don't scream. They go silent, eyes wide, breathing shallow. It's like your brain detaches, trying to figure out what just happened. Your body's in survival mode. Adrenaline spikes. Everything feels cold. You're dizzy, confused, and afraid you won't wake up again. 2. You've probably heard the phrase, childbirth is beautiful. And yeah, it is. It brings life into the world. It's powerful. It's sacred. But let's be real for a second. Biologically, it's brutal. Let's break down what's really going on when a human gives birth. Because most people have no idea how painful, intense, and superhuman this process actually is. Pain equivalent, 20 broken bones. There's a famous study that estimates the pain of childbirth as equivalent to breaking 20 bones at once. And that's not a 1-second impact. That's sustained pain, minute by minute, contraction by contraction, sometimes for over 24 hours straight. It's not just pushing a baby out. It's your body stretching, shifting, and tearing itself open, on purpose, to create life. During labor, the uterus contracts with enough force to crush a can of Coke. The cervix dilates from the size of a dime to the size of a bagel. Muscles tear, bones shift apart. The pelvis literally opens. Nerves fire nonstop in the lower back, abdomen, and thighs. And in many cases, the perineum rips. Some women require dozens of stitches. And this all happens while the body floods with adrenaline, cortisol, and pain-signaling chemicals. Some women describe it as like being crushed from the inside, like your spine is snapping in half, like every organ in your body is on fire and you're still expected to breathe through it. 1. Imagine this. You're walking around, everything feels fine. Then suddenly, boom, a sharp stabbing pain hits your back. You try to sit, you try to stand, you try to breathe through it, but nothing helps. Welcome to the world of kidney stones, often described as the male version of childbirth. And yeah, the comparison is fair. What is a kidney stone exactly? Let's break it down. Your kidneys are natural filters. They remove waste and send it to your bladder through tiny tubes called ureters. But sometimes, those waste particles, calcium, salt, uric acid, clump together. They form solid crystals. They start small, like grains of sand. But they can grow, and once they do, they have to get out. And that's where the pain begins. A kidney stone doesn't just sit there. It travels from your kidney to your bladder through the ureter. Here's the problem. Your ureter is only about 2 to 3 millimeters wide. Some stones, they're 4 millimeters, odd a millimeter, even bigger. It's like trying to force a jagged rock through a drinking straw. People describe the pain as worse than childbirth, like being stabbed over and over in your side. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I just curled up and cried. The pain often starts in the lower back or side. Then it wraps around to your stomach, then down to your groin. It can cause nausea, vomiting, cold, sweats, panic, and sometimes blood in your urine. Your body knows something is seriously wrong, and it freaks out accordingly. And here's the kicker. Sometimes the stone gets stuck. At that point, you're not just in pain. You're in the ER. I always make videos like this. Subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our episodes.